Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Essa Rahayu Utami, NPM 100102170027. I'm from of Fakultas Syariah in Bandung Islamic University. Here, I will review the journal about performance of Islamic mutual fund in Pakistan. Let's go!
In short, mutual funds are investments that financial resources of individuals and organizations invest in tradable financial securities. They are ideal option for small investors seeking liquidity, portfolio diversification, and investment expertise. However, investment objectives of investors differ in terms of return requirements, risk, fashion, liquidity requirements, as well religious and moral conformity. Scholastic studies on Islamic mutual funds are limited. Most of early researches and conduction draw orientation to conventional market and Islamic fund investigation according to the Islamic regulation and obligation. In Islamic mutual fund, the fund manager defines that the funds are concerned and governed by the Sharia advisory who operate investment according to Quran and Sunnah principles. These funds also contain different levels of risk and return, depends of the investor choice. The Islamic fund also have diversification ability. The Islamic fund prohibits riba, betting, maisir, ambiguity, gharar, all investment and business which are not according to principle of Sharia, and all forbidden action, for instance alcohol making, lying, a bit, pornography, age, as well as investing in interest riba-based financial. Different partnerships are being developed in different types of investment according to risk and return that can be distributed among investors. In Islamic fund, the principle of Sharia prohibits riba interest, and fiqh Islamic jurisprudence, matter in the account of gharar, recommend different financial instruments. They are offered conventional fund list of the security approved by Sharia Advisory Council of the Security Commissions. The aim of this research is to investigate Islamic mutual fund performance in Pakistan. In this context, to measure the performance of mutual fund, we have been using four ratios, which are SEP ratio, trend ratio, Johnson-Alpha ratio, and information ratio. Additionally, this ratio will also evaluate the risk and return of the Islamic mutual fund. The main objective is to find out that which mutual fund is performing better between Islamic mutual fund, because Islamic mutual fund concurred with Quran and Sharia laws. In unfavorable market situation, Islamic mutual fund have the ability and diversify and also protect the investor who invest in conventional mutual fund comparatively. In the last few years, Islamic mutual fund market attract local as well as international investors to invest in various Islamic mutual funds. In Pakistan, the body that governed is KMI Treaty Index, which is also known as Islamic Index. These types of index have a substantial growth and need to address the market in a poorly management level. In this research, the analysis is based on the performance of opened fund. The tactic that is applied to estimate the fund performance is entirely quantitative, and the sample that is studied using for pioneering portfolio performance model, namely Sharpe ratio, Trainer index, Jensen alpha, and information ratio. All are based on the capital asset pricing model and its assumptions. These four models have been used by many for previous studies based on the mutual all over the world. Based the variants A.G. Panwar and Mudumati 2006, Haslim et al. 2008. In this study, very basic model proposed by Sharpe 1966 is used, China 1965, Jensen 1967, and information ratio in that order, and also used correlation analysis of portfolio return of Islamic mutual fund on market index to calculate the ratio of the purpose to check the performance of Islamic mutual fund. We calculate the average monthly return, net asset value, and market index value. First, sources of data. 2 variable. 3 measuring return. 4 measuring risk. 5 Sharpe model. 6 trainer model. 7 Jensen alpha model. Information model. Four models have been used to estimate the performance of Islamic mutual fund. In Table 1, calculation of average return, Sharpe value, and standard deviation has been calculated. In Table 2, we discuss the trainer model. Table 3 includes the change alpha, and in Table 4, information ratio has been calculated. Table and results are discussed below. Sub-ratio describe the performance of managers' ability of diversification. In Table 1, we can see that some funds showing negative result, but the overall performance is positive. Looking at the Sharpe ratio, it can be seen that the overall performance value of Islamic mutual fund is 0.1736, whereas of KACB Islamic Income Fund has the highest performance value, which is 0.6743, which means the ability of their managers to diversify mutual fund is better. The average return of Islamic mutual fund value are 0.0064, whereas Dawood Islamic Income Fund has the highest average return, 0.0344. Standard definition show the risks on daily return. The overall performance according to risks of Islamic mutual fund is 0.0398. NAVA Islamic Income Fund has the lowest risk with a standard definition of 0.0010, which indicate the NAVA Islamic Fund risk is low according to daily return. Trainer ratio point out to facilitate the portfolio contribution. The highest reward risk system risks determine the merely risky portfolio into which investor motivation desire to invest. The statement is to facilitate the portfolio manager to spread away the foreseeable risk, and for investor point of view, the most important things in systematic risk substantive of total risk ratio is calculated on the past return in comprehensive of the risk-free rate, T-bill rate, to systematic risk. Results show Table 2 that all funds have beta less than 1, in some cases significantly less than 1. Regarding system risk, we can conclude that all mutual funds are defensive in their moment of return as compared to the market return. KSA 100 index Trainer ratio on overall basic industry is 0.13. As far as Dawood Islamic is concerned, it has a moderate beta of 0.65, and the return of Dawood is also moderate, which shows that in the period of 2009 to 2010, the moderate fund have the better result because of financial crunch in the market. Investors did not invest the more risky fund and also did not invest in the lower risk because the return is also low. According to Table 3, the alpha overall performance value of Islamic mutual funds show negative result of 3.1822. This determines that the Islamic mutual fund underperformance, although some of Islamic funds have positive value, but the overall performance have a negative value. Jensen model calculates the irregular return of fund portfolio to facilitate dissimilarity involving in the actual average return made by the fund portfolio and also the return to facilitate earned by the fund portfolio set the market curcument and the risk of the fund portfolio. If we see in Islamic mutual fund, the unit fund has a high value, which is showing that it has a legitimate return. In mutual fund, the customer want consistent performance, so whichever has the less value of irregular result and have the consistent performance are the valuable for the investor. It shows the risks of the fund because the irregular result indicate the risk and the lack of knowledge that the fund manager have. In this industry, the proper knowledge is very important future consideration. The result of Table 4 determines the performance of fund according to information ratio. The main purpose of information ratio is to determine that what excess return on every entire unit of risk is. If we conclude overall performance value of Islamic mutual fund is 0.2476, which indicate the excess return of per unit of risk, and a VA Islamic fund has the high value, which is 1.3145, so the performance of Islamic fund are better in respect of information ratio. This ratio is used to determine the single number, the mean and variance property of the dynamic fund portfolio. It's similar with the Sharpe ratio, only information doesn't contain the risk-free rate. This ratio works on past data. In calculate simple the excess return divided by standard definition. Information ratio describe that what is excess return on the benchmark that can be getting for each extra unit of residual risk. Hence, it's also capable of compute how greatly worth is added or started by the manager of mutual fund by the help of information ratio. It's also conclude that what extra return has achieved by the fund manager according to the proportion of risk.
Consolation, This paper investigates 9 Islamic mutual funds that managed by different fund manager of Pakistan. The study examined that return of funds are according to their level of risk. We have also investigated the performance and ability of fund manager by help of different models such as sub ratio, trainer ratio, Johnson-Alpha ratio, and information ratio. First, return are calculated, then ratio are estimated, where the result represent that Islamic funds have significant growth in previous years, which indicate that in Pakistan Islamic funds are growing and investors are attracted by this fund. To check the performance of Islamic mutual fund, we have first calculate the average month return, net asset value, and market index value. The findings that are received from the vacation of model on data for use to estimate the performance of spending growth Pakistan Islamic mutual fund industry. Your attention may be useful for all of us. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.